Hello everybody and welcome to today's daily devotional. Jesus said there are two great commandments. Love the Lord your God with your whole heart, soul, mind and strength, and love your neighbour as yourself. Love. St. John Paul II, in speaking about love, said this: love is never something that is ready-made, something merely given to man and woman. At the time he's talking about marriage, but you could talk about the love in any relationship. Love is never something that is ready-made, something merely given to man and woman. It is always at the same time a task which they are set. Love should be seen as something which in a sense never is, but is always only becoming. And what it becomes depends upon the contribution of both persons and the depth of their commitment. Love is becoming. We're not perfect. We understand our human frailty. I look at myself and I see my good points and my bad points, my strengths and my weaknesses. But above all that is God's love. That my love is becoming more like God's. My love is becoming holier. My love is becoming more selfless and less of me, more of Him. So therefore, love in becoming helps us to live in this great love of God. If we recognize we're on a journey, we recognize we haven't got there yet. Again, read the lives of the saints. So often, and they're holy men and women already, and they say, woe is me. I'm like a worm. I am still living terrible life. And we go, really? Because they could see where they could really be. They could see their faults. They weren't necessarily on display for everybody. They knew their failings. They knew their weaknesses. But they also knew the perfection of God, or they're understanding more the perfection of God. Father Des so often says to Bruce, there's so much more. We're only getting a glimpse of God right now. Just a glimpse. Just a glimpse. Oh my goodness, if we're only getting a glimpse, don't you want to know more about Him? Don't you want to know more of this love, of this God, of this majesty, of this almighty, of this great I am? He draws us to Himself. He draws us to become like Him. We are made in His image and likeness, but we're becoming more like Him. Because we're not there yet. And when we realize we're not there yet, we actually have more love for our neighbour because we're less judgmental. We actually live with faith because we recognize we are weak. So many others are too, in different areas maybe. So how can we judge? God says, don't judge lest you be judged. We can't judge because we're still all becoming to love more, to serve more, to worship more, to be holy more. We're all on a journey. And I might be on the train station, say, ahead of the line, and someone else is behind and someone else is, in front of me. It doesn't matter where you are. We're still on the same journey, going that way to eternity, that way to God. So let us, enjoy each other. Let us encourage each other on that journey. And for those who aren't on that journey yet, let us draw them to God. Let us point the way. It's only God who can do it in people. It's not us at all, but we can point the way. We can say no. We can be of testimony to our God. Look what he did for me. Look at the love that he's shown me. He's got the same for you. We need to live with a greater love. We need to live knowing we have this love, that it's becoming greater. Otherwise, why would someone want to become a Christian? Why would they want to continue or follow Jesus if it didn't look like a great life? So our love is becoming. And we can have a greater life, a greater faith, a greater living with our God. And that alone, that light alone on a hill, in a room, should draw people to him. Let's point the way. Let's go that way ourselves, but let's point the way. Let's tell people, come. We're going this way. You're coming with us. It's beautiful to know that love is becoming. And it depends on your commitment. And I guess that we're too, well, God's constant. His love is constant. And that's who I'm focusing on. So it's me who now needs to be consistent and faithful and purposeful, and ask God to help me. Have a wonderful day. And hopefully we'll hear more of what's happening soon in the meetings and the discussions that Bruce is having with people. May God be praised and glorified in all that occurs. And I'll see you tomorrow.